Leigh McClendon, what is going on, man? Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm just very stressed out with holiday plans and trying to get everything done so I can feel free because I
What's
do
what's
not
the
feel
weather
free.
there like right now?
I think it's either we're supposed to have freezing weather. I think what's today? Thursday? I think it's supposed to either start freezing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I don't know. I rarely go outside. I stay in my cave most of the time. So
You're a homebody.
yeah.
It is currently -6 where I'm at right now.
Is it? Let me see if I
Yeah,
can. Okay, well, yeah, right now it's 47 degrees, so we're kind of
okay,
beating y'all.
a little bit. So I have to ask you about the wall of Furbies behind you. Like,
Yeah,
what is the
yeah.
story on that?
Well, I mean, you been to like an art museum? This
Yeah,
this is my own art museum. This is art. Furby is a work of art.
that is true.
I'm kidding. I don't know. Like I collected Furbies like when I was a kid, and for
Mm.
some reason I just was drawn to them. I don't know if it was just how cute I thought they looked and the different colors you can find them in. It was almost like, did you collect like Pokemon cards at all?
So I
Or
watched the
any?
cartoon like growing up, but I never really got into the cards.
Dude, I collected all the cards, and it's almost like when you see a cool one, you really want it for some reason. You're not going to do anything with it, but you really want it. And I remember
Mm.
being a kid, I'd see commercials of like Furbies that were like tie-dye colors, and I was like, oh, mine was just a plain white one. And I said, I want a cool colored one. So now that I'm an adult, that nostalgic feeling, I guess, never left. So I just
Wow.
kind of wasted a lot of money on Furbies. So
Oh, so those aren't from your childhood. Like all the
no,
ones, but
no,
oh, okay. I thought
no,
maybe
no.
like you collected those like in the '90s.
Oh no, we were pretty broke, so I could no,
Oh,
because
really?
I've got one, this blue one right here. Trying to move my finger there, right here. That's like a one of 500 one. So that you had to enter a
Oh, snap.
certificate to a scene for contest, Furby contest to win it. So I just found somebody selling it, and I said I'll buy it.
Oh,
Yeah.
were you into like Beanie Babies too, or not really?
I had them. I think I had them when I was younger. But I never got too hooked on them.
Mm, that's same here. Like I remember they were like all the rage, but I just never got into them.
I'm so nerdy. If I start collecting something, I want the most expensive one. I want the
Oh, of
coolest of the
course, naturally,
cool.
yeah.
But I've looked up the most expensive Beanie Babies, and I don't even think they look cool. They're just like I don't know, like a Queen Diana one with like a white rose
Yeah,
on. I don't know. I don't like it. So
yeah. I mean, yeah, they're cute, but I mean, yeah, exactly. Have you seen
yeah.
a so speaking of Furbies, there's a YouTube channel called Look Ma No Computer. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
So this dude like he got like the same amount of Furbies you have, but he made like an
Right.
organ and he like could
No,
play notes. Yeah.
I'm lying. I have seen that. I have
Yeah.
seen that. There's a guy I saw too. He somehow dissected his Furbies and like connected some wire to its motor and a button to where he could press the button and the mouth opens, and he would like make TikTok videos of them like singing songs. And I said, man, you got to help me out. He sent me where to buy all the stuff, but I said I'm still not gonna have an idea how to connect everything.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds cool on paper, but like when you
Mhm.
see it, it's almost like sort of like this monstrosity, like
Yeah.
nightmare fuel.
Yeah. I never understood. Everybody else finds them scary. I don't know. I think they're kind of cute, I guess. A man's not supposed to say that word apparently, but I think they're cute.
Well, that's okay. I mean, it's only when their eyes like come completely open is like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little
Oh
shocking
yeah.
at first, but
You hear all those stories of people saying, "Oh, mine talked at night," which I think they're lying, but if that happens, y'all will be the first to know, and I might be scared of them.
did you collect any other like toys growing up? So I'm guessing you grew up like in the '90s then?
I
I
was
don't know
born
how
in
old you are.
1990. I'm 28. I was born in 94.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think the only things I collected were Furbies. I tried to. They're a little bit more expensive.
Mm.
Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But after that, I don't think I really collected anything.
Or there's Tamagotchi too, right?
I never got into. I've never had one.
Mm.
I've heard a lot of people saying that, but
They were like banned at my school for a little bit when I
what
was a
what
kid.
exactly were those?
They were like little digital pets. It was like basically
I know what
like
you're talking
it was on a
about.
keychain, but it was like
Yeah.
microwave graphics.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it was. I never really got into it.
Well, for the time, it was like, oh, have a pet with no
Yeah,
responsibility.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I did collect is I'd play a bunch of online games, and I would always like collect the rarest of the rare items on the games, and that's kind of, I don't know. I think I've just got a collector's mentality and
Oh, sure.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Fortnite for a little bit, and I collected all these promo skins, like every single like collaboration with PlayStation, Nintendo. I have all these like skins you have to have from
Oh,
buying
man.
like the actual console. Now I'm not going to say how I did it, but but I have them.
Did you compete in the Mr. Beast tournament that just happened?
No, I'll go on like hot and cold streaks of streaming Fortnite, but
Mm.
I don't know, when I turn on the game, I just kind of get this feeling of like I don't want to play this. So I right now I'm
Mm.
on a streak of not wanting to play, but I don't know.
I love the color scheme of Fortnite though. Every time I play it, I'm like, wow, I forgot how bright and like colorful this
Yeah,
game is. It's like, man.
I I don't know. I think my brain always needs a switch up because right now I've
Mm.
been playing Warzone, but
Mm.
my computer, I need to upgrade my computer. I bought this for like $1,500 at Best Buy, and it's proven that it is not able to stream Warzone and other games such as that. So I don't even want to stream almost because I don't want to play Fall Guys. I don't want to play Fortnite. So it's like, what do I do? Just get on here and talk? Which some people said, yeah, I should. So I'm like, well, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been on Twitch?
Well, I want to say I got on Twitch like I don't know, like end of the 2021 year or middle, no, probably the beginning of 2021. I used to
Mm.
stream on Facebook. My best friend was a partner Facebook streamer, and he'd always pull crazy numbers of viewers, and he got us into streaming. But Facebook was decent at first. Like I'd get around like 15 viewers, but then it would drop to like 2 viewers, and I said, oh, okay, well, this
Mm.
is not.
Yeah.
But then I said, you know what? I'm pulling most of my followers from TikTok because that's where I started. But I said, you know, I'm going to try something. A lot of people are saying I don't have Facebook. I think TikTok's you know, the audience is a lot younger. So what I started doing, I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a Twitch and I'm gonna stream both at the same time on Twitch, on Facebook. And what would happen is that on Twitch, I'd get all these followers, and I'd see my viewers would be like 20, and I'd look at my Facebook and it would say 2, and I'm like, okay,
Mm.
people
Yeah.
are not. And it got up to 30, and I'd have like 3 on Facebook, and I said, okay, that's. I think Facebook now is just for my videos, which I'm glad I did because ever since I made that switch, when I started streaming, I had like 5,000 followers on my Facebook page, but now just from posting videos, I've got like almost 760,000. So it's
Holy
been a
smokes.
lot. It's been a lot better.
I just noticed your cat moving.
Oh yeah, I've got another one. I've got a little orange cat right here. He just got his balls cut off
Oh
today.
no.
Yeah, well, I don't want him spraying on my stuff. I
Well,
think
yeah, that's the other thing.
yeah, but
I actually have 5 cats of my own, so I
really,
yeah,
are
we're
they
in the same
inside?
boat. Yeah, all inside cats.
How? Okay, answer this. Do you ever have any issues with them wanting to poop on the floor? And you can be honest.
One of them did, but he passed away recently.
Uh,
He was really old. I'm
yeah.
guessing that was part of the problem, but that's the only time.
Well, I've got a flat face cat, and she's the only one. It's like she's got issues with how where to poop. She wants to poop either in the hallway or she wants to poop in this room. I've got a litter
Huh.
box in here, but I had at first I had the litter box in that corner, but she wouldn't poop there. So I said, you
Huh.
know what? I'm gonna put the litter box right by the door, and now she'll use it. So I'm like, okay. But what I think I figured out is like her skull is so like deformed. I honestly think she might be kind of special needs because I
Mm.
don't know. She does act a little bit different, but I've seen her poop before on the floor, and she'll start scratching the wall because she doesn't know how to bury it. It's really strange, but
Yeah, yeah, cats will do that. I think is she a Persian? Is
no,
that the
she's
name?
the well, I think that's like the long-haired one. I think she's an exotic short hair. I got her somebody I
Hmm.
don't I'm not always big into buying the whole like deformed face breeds, you know, for that. But somebody on Facebook was trying to get rid of one. And my sister and my girlfriend kept saying, get it, and I was like, okay, whatever. It was like $100, so I got her. But she's been a fun cat. She's super sweet.
Yeah, that's what matters at the end of the day. Like
Oh
if they're
yeah.
nice and they're your buddy and they hang out with you.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So my wife showed me a video. You have more than one TikTok account. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've got one that I just post whatever I want because I consider one my professional account where it's like that's my I call it my business account. Like I don't like straying too far from just doing what I normally do. But the other one is what I really want to do, just post nonsense. But
Yeah.
if I did that on my other account, I don't think I would grow and stuff like that. But
Yeah. So what was the story on the pig then? Because you said, "Oh, there's a pig at my neighbor's house."
dude, I don't even know. I don't even remember what I think I was going to get the mail or I had a package outside and I just looked across the yard and there was a big pig out there. What's funny is I'm a deer hunter and I came back from hunting that day and I had my rifle, so it looked bad. I was like, I guess technically I could smoke that pig, but I'm not going to do it. But I'd probably go to jail. But I could hear the
Yeah.
neighbors calling for somebody, and I said, I know they're calling for that pig. But then they shook. I heard them shake a bag. I guess it was like a bag of treats, and that pig came running. So
Okay.
I was
Interesting.
confused. It's weird the kind of pets some people have. My grandma had a neighbor when we were a kid, and they had a huge potbelly pig that would always walk around in their yard.
Hmm. When I
Yeah.
worked at the airport, one person had a what is it called? Not a therapy, a supportive animal. It was a
An
pig though.
emotional support thing.
Yeah, but it was a
Okay.
pig. It was like your typical pig, and they were just walking through it in the airport. And I was like, that is different.
Part of me wonders if some people just claim that they need a support animal just so they can walk around with like their pet goat or pig or
Yeah.
something. I don't really think it takes that much to get it certified to do so.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm
Maybe
wrong. I don't know.
they're just testing how far you can push it. Next, they'll try like a
Yeah.
little worm. It's my
Yeah.
support worm that I take through the
Yeah,
airport with
but
me.
somebody out there probably has done it. I don't know. That's true though.
Yeah.
A support grasshopper.
Pretty much. So how long have you been teaching then?
This is year 4.
Oh, so you're
Yeah.
fairly
Oh
kind of
yeah,
new.
yeah, I'm still fairly new.
Okay. My dad did it for like 30 years and he
Golly,
was and he
that's
was like he's like God bless anybody who wants to be a teacher, man, because it is way harder than it looks.
it's I don't I mean, I think I don't know if it's hard. It's not to me, it's not hard to learn the content to teach. It's not really hard to do the lessons. To me, it's just hard. The biggest part is dealing with the administration because all I have ever known is poor administration. Last year I had the state principal of the year, but he was so passive aggressive to me. He made a comment in my interview. He said, now, if the kids like you more than me, we're going to have a problem. And I think they did. But he would walk past me, not say hi in the hallways. And I
Oh,
was just like, and it would just
yeah.
bum me out. And then, later in the year, cliques form and stuff like that. But I was also at a rough school. So I think this is where it kind of gets hard. You've got so many kids that have no parents involved, they'll cuss you out. That's what makes it hard because there's a lot of people that just can't. I don't like, I can't really tolerate it that well because I just don't like disrespect. I guess the way I see it is if a kid's yelling at me, I want to me, clearly there's no parent involved.
Yeah.
If I raise, I don't have kids, but if I had a kid, I can assure you, they're not going to be cussing out a grown adult. So my
Exactly.
mindset is like, I got to be this dad, and I'm going to be stern with them. But I think there are a lot of teachers, new teachers, that when they get in that environment, they just kind of shut down. They kind of freak out and don't know how to do it. Because
Yeah.
I will give it to them. When you are in a tough environment, it just seems almost like a prison. I've said that before. I
Mm.
just feel like I'm in a prison, just a chaotic prison.
You want to
So
know something? Okay, so I have this book here. Let me grab it.
okay.
It's called Behave Biology of Humans at Our Best and Worst.
Uh-huh.
And like most societal problems come from bad parenting, believe it or
Oh,
not.
for sure. No,
Great book, anybody out there.
that no, to me, that is the sole starting point of whether somebody's gonna
Yeah.
be a nuisance in society or a productive person.
Yeah.
It's how the parenting goes down.
So like some of the videos you make on TikTok, are those like actual things like kids have said, or
A lot of them, or if they're not, word for word, they're definitely inspired. So I remember one video, like there were so many times I'd hear something and I said, "Yep, I'm using that." Like one of my kids went to the bathroom and he was I don't remember. My brain is not picking up the word. He had a plan. Like he was a little slower, but he was smart. But I'd brag on him all the time. All the bad kids would say stuff to him, and I'd say, "Look, he's got a better grade than y'all. He's actually trying to learn." I liked him. He was such a good kid, though. But I remember he'd always have something that he would disobey me on, and that was running to the bathroom when I'd give him a bathroom break. And one time I just looked away, and he's running, and he slides on his knees in the hallway, just gets up and walks in the classroom, and I just was like, I'm not even going to yell at him. I'm not. I thought it was so strange, and I used that in the video. Another kid at recess has something small and white in his fingers, and I said, "What are you showing me?" He said, "Bird poop." He's holding a piece of bird
uh
poop, and I use that in the video. So a lot of them are. Uh,
maybe he when he slid, he like watched James Bond or something the night before. Thought he was being
maybe
sneaky.
Maybe. Yeah. That bird poop guy, I remember he was in a poor neighbor, like he was in a very poor family. And I don't know if it was his
Hmm.
mom or something, telling his younger brother when they were walking home. And like the younger brother was like probably like 5. And he said, "Hurry up, I'm tired of your annoying ass," or something like that. And I said,
Hmm.
"Golly," I said, "that's the kind of parenting in some of these schools." But I felt bad for him. He was a nice kid. And I said, "What do you do when you go home?" He said, well, sometimes we'll sit there." I'm like, "That's it?" He said, "Yeah, we don't got much to do at home." So I went and bought him like $100 worth of toys. And I
Oh
think he was
man, look
like,
at you.
I think he was like, "Yeah, my younger brother took my toys and blah blah blah." And I want to say maybe his parents threw some of them away. I was like, why? Like why? But
Hmm.
it is what it is. So
Yeah. Like so when we I should say when we were in elementary school, like I it's your videos sort of take me back a little bit because I remember
yeah,
like at lunch some of the girls would get in these weird arguments over like whose grandma is better than the other one. Like,
yeah.
you know.
I remember one of my things that I got mad about, and it was my streamer best friend. We've been best friends since like preschool. And I remember in second grade there was a new kid and he started kind of hanging out with him. But I had farted earlier that day. And I saw them talking and laughing when they were doing group work, and I got mad at him. I said, "I'm not your friend no more." He said, "Why?" I said, "You told him I farted." Did he? No, probably not. I was just a kid in second grade and insecure. So
Oh
I
man.
don't know. It's so weird.
The so okay, so the best story I have is it actually involves my fourth grade teacher, Mr. Dahlman. Shout out Mr. Dahlman.
Yeah.
So we were it was recess, we were outside, and these two kids, Andrew and Aaron, were fighting over the little football that's always just kind of there on the
Yeah.
playground, you know. They were fighting over it. So then Mr. Dahlman says, "Hey guys, why don't you throw that here?" So they toss it to him. And then he just whips it on top of the school, like throws it as hard as he can, like on top of the school. And that solved the argument. They both like just walked away. Like that seemed to
Yeah.
solve it. So,
Yeah.
oh man.
Sometimes that's the best way to do it.
Yep, just get rid of the problem. Just
Yeah.
chuck it.
Exactly.
All right. So going back to gaming. So what would you say like are your top five like favorite games of all time to play?
Top 5.
Yeah.
Number 1 has to be RuneScape. It's an old computer
Oh
game.
yeah, yeah. I remember that game. Yeah.
Yeah, I've logged hours. I started playing that game in third grade, and I'll still play it occasionally here and there. It's just what'll happen now is I'll play it for a year and then I'll stop. Like I just get kind of tired.
Mm,
I'll
yeah.
jump onto something else. So hey, I'm gonna say RuneScape, definitely Halo, like the old Halo games. I grew up
Oh
on.
yeah.
We were the type to have LAN parties. Um, Fable. I don't know if you know what that game is.
Yeah, for Xbox.
Yeah, I
I was
love.
I was born in '90, so
Okay, well
I'm a
there you
little
go.
older than you.
Fable. What's another one? Probably those old Call of Duties, like Call of Duty 3. I remember that. And
Mm,
Red Dead Revolver. We grew up on. Do you know Red Dead Redemption?
I do, yeah.
There was the old versions. It was on the Xbox, first Xbox, called Red Dead Revolver. If you haven't heard of it, look it
Okay.
up. It's like the Paw version of Red Dead Redemption.
Okay, so I think Red Dead Redemption and Gun came out around the same time, didn't they? Oh, he froze. Sorry about that, folks. We had a my Wi-Fi cut out for a second because it's snowing and -6 here. Little weather issue. Okay, what were we talking about?
I think you asked me if Red Dead Revolver and
Oh
Gun
yeah,
came
yeah,
out at the
yeah,
same
Gun.
time.
Yeah.
They might have been similar because I kind of remember Gun being around that same time, but I did like Gun a lot. That was a super fun game.
Yeah. I always got those two mixed up. So I'm guessing you really liked Red Dead 2 then that came out. What was it like 17?
Yeah, Red Dead. No, well, that was that Red Dead Redemption 1. I played the heck out of that, but believe it or not, I've never. I think I played the first like 2 missions on Red Dead Redemption 2, and I didn't play anymore.
That happens sometimes on games. Like you buy it and then you just
Yeah,
don't like Cyberpunk was one for me.
I'm sure it's a great, and everybody says it's a great game, and I'm sure it is. I think I'm just kind of burned out of playing games right now. I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Yeah, that could be. Like for me, it doesn't matter like where I'm at. I can
Yeah.
always play N64 anytime.
Oh yeah.
N64, I can just pick it up and just start
Ah,
wasting hours of my life on that
yeah.
thing.
I've been thinking about. I used to play those old Pokemon games. I've been thinking about picking up one of the old first ones. I don't know. I just don't want to commit to anything.
Yeah. Do you watch Max Mofo?
I'm not sure.
He collects Pokemon cards. Like that's kind of his thing.
Maybe there are some people that collect cards that I've watched, but I might not know their name.
Okay, gotcha.
Dude, I
Uh
live under a rock. When it comes, if you like, when people ask me, "Do you know this TikTok?" I'm like, no.
it's just like
Yeah, yeah.
you just, oh
Oh,
yeah, because I was listening to a couple podcasts with you, and you're like, yeah, I just make my stuff and then I log out. Like I don't even.
yeah. There's somebody I have been watching. His name is Aldo. I love his character. They'll do these live stream battles, but they'll stay in character the whole time, and
Oh really?
their goal is to seem like cringy people. But
Okay.
that's all I really pay attention to.
That sounds a little bit like Doctor Destruction. What's his name? Doctor oh, what's his name? He's on Twitch. He's super popular. It's like
Doctor
Doctor
Disrespect.
Disrespect.
Yeah,
Yeah, there it is.
yeah,
There it is.
yeah,
Yeah, sort of
yeah,
like that. Sort of playing a
yeah,
character.
yeah, for sure. But this guy, he'll just pretend like he's doing something, take off his sock, and then smell it real quick and act like he didn't smell it. Just stuff like weird stuff. I love it.
That's awesome. What part of the South did you say you're from again?
I'm in central Louisiana,
Okay.
city, Alexandria. That's the city. I'm
Okay.
not worried about saying that. I mean, if anybody wants to come get some, they can come get some. You know,
Well, you're a big dude.
I don't know. Some people would be like, "Why are you telling them where you live?" I'm not telling them where I live. There's a lot of people here that know I live here, but don't know where I live. So
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
Do you get recognized then? Like, do
Oh
people?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I went to the vet, and I heard I was in the waiting room, and a girl said, "I'm freaking out. He's famous on," and I was just like, "Oh, here we go." And then I went. I had an eye appointment, and then 3 people there wanted pictures. So yeah,
Oh man.
yeah, it's one of those things where I forget what I do. Like
Hmm.
I make a video and kind of forget about it. Like I don't know, when I see it saying 1 million views, I don't really
Wow.
think much about it. I'm like, that's a million people that watch the video. So I don't know. Life's weird.
That's crazy. We got to get you in SAG, Screen
Yeah.
Actors Guild.
Yeah, no, dude, I want to get into acting. I was on TV once, and that was this summer. I was on a game show with Jay Leno, but that was cool. Something I
Oh
never thought
really?
I'd get to do. Yeah.
Wow.
It's on YouTube. But I want to get into some acting or just even reality TV. I want to get into something different, to where
Yeah.
it'd be cool to kind of use what I have now to see what else I can do.
We got to get you an agent. So William Morris
Yeah.
Endeavor, CAA, if you're listening,
Yeah,
hit him up.
yeah. I have no idea how to do any of that. So I've got some sneaky links. I've got some friends that have been on TV that have given me advice. I don't know, get kind of lazy sometimes. Everybody says go get your headshots done and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, okay, but but
Yeah. And then anybody out there, you can hit him up. Just go to TikTok, type in Leigh
mhm.
McNasty. Where did McNasty come from?
Well, I actually explained that to Jay Leno. So I said back in the do you remember when Vine existed?
Yeah,
I when I got on there, I thought it was so cool that people were like getting famous on social media. Like, you know, you had all the Logan Pauls and all that, kind of like the pioneers to this stuff.
yeah.
But I said, you know what, you gotta have a cool username. And if I put my real name, which is Leigh McClendon, nobody's gonna remember that. So I had to come up with something clever. And so instead of McClendon, we use McNasty. And I did that years ago, and then all of a sudden it worked. So
Sounds like a slang for like a McDonald's item. Yeah, I'll take one
yeah,
McNasty,
give
please.
me the double McNasty, extra nasty.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
And
man. Thanks
yeah,
for
yeah,
having me.
hit him up on TikTok, man. Check him out if you guys haven't already.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Sure, man. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
All right.